this installation video for the Fusion Energy Neutronics workshop on Mac. So we're on the Github webpage for the Neutronics workshop, and that link will be in the description. And I'm just going to scroll down until I get to the installation section. This video will be here along with the other operating systems, and it's going to go through these 6 steps. So they are: first step is install Docker CE Community Edition for Mac. So we'll just open that in a new tab, and that will take us to the Docker Hub page. So we just download Mac. In my case, I have an Intel chip, so I'll download that. Now I'm just going to cancel this one because it is about 600 megabytes, and I have actually got it already downloaded here. So once that's downloaded, you then double click on it like you would with any DMG file, and you will drag it into your applications. Now in my case, I've also already done that, so I will cancel that again. And then you will have on your launch pad Docker Desktop. And it might appear down on your bar here. So when you click it, you'll see this small little whale icon with lots of little containers loading up in your taskbar. If we have a look at the dashboard there, we shall see what's going on. Okay, so this is Docker Desktop, and you can see it's orange down here at the moment, and that's because the Docker engine is starting. Now once that's started, you'll be able to use Docker commands in the terminal. So you have to wait for that to turn green. Right, while we wait for that to turn green, let's look at the next step. So this is going to download the Docker image from the GitHub container registry. So we should copy this and paste it into a terminal. So I'll just open a terminal. I can do that from the launch pad again. I type in terminal. And this is a terminal I was using earlier to download the image. So I will just paste in that command and press enter. And it's going to say the image is already downloaded. And that's because I previously downloaded it, and that's why it's very quick to re-download. If the image has been updated, it would re-download a new one. Anyway, you can see Docker Desktop has now turned green in the background, so that's why the Docker commands now work in the terminal. So if we go back to the GitHub page, and we see the next command is to run this Docker run command with port sharing on port 8888, and that will allow Jupyter Notebook to communicate with your computer. So back to the terminal, paste in this command, press enter, and this is going to print out quite a lot of information. And then it will give us a URL, just like step 4 set highlights. So it shows the information, and then it highlights the URL that it will print out. So it's the very last one. So I'm just going to copy the entire URL, and I'm going to click Open URL. And that's going to give us a window into our Docker environment. So that's running all of our OpenMC and DagMC and the Paramac and all the other Python libraries that we've got. So there's separate tasks, and I'm just going to check that it's working by opening Task 5, Stage 1, and these are the Jupyter notebooks that you can expect on the tasks. So this particular Jupyter notebook has got a video at the start. So I click on the code box and then I hold Shift and press Enter to run that. And there's a little video embedded which tells me about the physics of what we're simulating here. And I'll run the next one just to check it's working again. And the next one, Shift and Enter. And the next one. You can see when they're running because there's a little asterisk there. And when they finish, the asterisk goes away. So let's see if the first one finished. Yep. And the second one is underway. And at this point it's read in the nuclear data and it looks like it's going to work out okay. So that's great. But that's not quite everything. To make the best use of the workshop, there's a couple of, there you go, it finished a simulation. There's a couple of extra packages to install. So I will just shut this notebook down and I will close this terminal window. There we go. Control and C enough times and that stops. And then I'll look at the next two last stages of the setup. So it says some tasks require ParaView, so we will just click on the link and that will take us to the ParaView website, and you have to click on, it's recognized that I'm on Mac OS, so in my case I would click on an x86 DMG and that would download. Again, I've already downloaded this here, so to install it, just like any other DMG image, I just double click it and get underway. So that can install. The other thing that needs installing is FreeCAD. So again, that's quite simple. There's a link here. I open this link and there's a Mac DMG image to download. So you would just download that. Super. So once again, I've already downloaded that FreeCAD, so you would just click it to start the installation process. Great, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed the workshop. Thanks.